Python programming language. What is Python? A high-level, all-purpose programming language is Python. Code readability is prioritized in its design philosophy, which makes heavy use of indentation. Python uses garbage collection and has dynamic typing. It supports a variety of programming paradigms, including procedural, object-oriented, and functional programming, as well as structured programming, especially this. Due to its extensive standard library, it is frequently referred to as a batteries-included language. Python was created by Guido van Rossum in the late 1980s to replace the ABC programming language, and it was originally made available as Python 0.9.0 in 1991. New features like list comprehensions, cycle detecting garbage collection, reference counting, and support for unicode were added to Python 2.0, which was published in 2000. The 2008 release of Python 3.0 was a significant update that is not entirely backwards compatible with previous iterations. With version 2.7.18, Python 2 was abandoned in 2020. One of the most widely used programming languages is Python. History. Python was developed by Guido van Rossum at Centrum Wiskunde en Informatica (CWI) in the Netherlands in the late 1980s as a replacement for the SETL-inspired ABC programming language that could handle exceptions and interface with the Amoeba operating system. Python 2.0 was released on 16 October 2000, with many major new features, and the Python 3.0, released on 3 December 2008. As of November 2022, Python 3.11.0 is the current stable release, and among the notable changes from 3.10 are that it is 10-60% faster and significantly improved error reporting. Python 3.12, Alpha 2, has improved error messages. Design, philosophy and features. A multi-paradigm programming language is Python. Fully supported are structured and object-oriented programming, and many of its capabilities also allow functional and aspect-oriented programming, including metaprogramming and meta-objects. Extensions are available for many additional paradigms, such as design by contract and logic programming. Python's memory management system combines reference counting and a cycle detecting garbage collector with dynamic typing. Method and variable names are bound via dynamic name resolution, late binding, which takes place while the program is running. Some functional programming in the Lisp style is supported by its design. List comprehensions, dictionaries, sets, and generator expressions are among its list comprehension, map, and reduce capabilities. Two modules, itertools and functools, in the standard library implement functional tools that were adapted from Haskell and standard ML. Python was created to be readily extendable via modules, rather to having all of its capability built into its core. It is especially well-liked for adding programmable interfaces to already existing applications because of its compact modularity. Van Rossum's dissatisfaction with ABC, which advocated the opposite strategy, led to his concept of a tiny core language with a huge standard library and easily expandable interpreter. Python gives developers a choice in their development style while aiming for a simpler, less cluttered syntax and grammar. Python adheres to the there should be one and preferably only one obvious way to do it tenet as opposed to Perl's there is more than one way to do it maxim. To characterize anything as smart is not considered a praise in the Python culture, noted Alex Martelli, a fellow of the Python Software Foundation and the author of several Python books. The creators of Python try to prevent early optimization and reject changes to non-critical areas of the Python reference implementation that would result in slight speedups at the expense of readability. When speed is crucial, a Python programmer can either use Pypy, a just-in-time compiler, or transfer time-critical functions to extension modules written in languages like C. Another option is Cython, which converts Python scripts into C and allows users to directly invoke the Python interpreter using C-level API calls. The creators of Python want it to be enjoyable to use. This is evident in its name, which pays homage to the British comic group Monty Python, as well as in the occasionally light-hearted tone of tutorials and reference materials. For instance, examples may use the terms spam and eggs rather than the more formal foo and bar. The term Pythonic, which has a wide range of meanings related to programming style, is a frequent neologism in the Python community. Pythonic code may adhere to Python's minimalist philosophy and emphasis on readability, make good use of Python idioms, or just be natural or fluent in the language. Unpythonic code is difficult to understand or resembles a rough translation from another programming language. Pythonistas are a common term for Python users and enthusiasts, particularly those who are seen as competent or experienced.